Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you, let's just take that off. We're taking this off because it just makes too much noise. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm bringing you the first update for my project 10 uses. So the aim of this project is to use an item 10 times before rolling it out and rolling in a new one. And I'm going to be working on 10 items at a time. For the first update, I am actually surprised and pleased to announce that I've actually hit my 10 use goal on 5 items. So I hit 10 uses on half of the items in this project. I'm a bit shook, but I think it's because majority of these items didn't have a comparable or a similar product in any of my other projects. So really I was kind of focusing on those 5 items that I managed to hit goal on. I think that's how come this happened. But either way, I am rolling out 5 items and rolling in 5 new ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the 5 items I've hit pan on. Then I'm going to talk about the ones that are still hanging around before introducing the newcomers. So let's start with the Unicorn Dust Highlighter. So this is what it looks like, and even though I can't tell you exact numbers of use, I know that I did use all shades in this palette at least once, which I am happy and quite pleased with. I did enjoy this palette. I enjoyed the colors. I enjoyed the texture, the feel, and the look of it on my face. So I'm quite happy to keep using this. But I am happy to put this away for the time being because I had a similar yet larger palette in my deck of panning, which I am currently working on right now. Next we have the Essence Matte Touch Blush in Berry Me Up. If you have seen my recent Get Ready With Me Dust Collectors collab I do with Paula from A Beauty Guru Made Me Do It, you will know that I accidentally broke the top off of this blush, which I'm very disappointed in, but I guess considering I paid, I think, $5 for this blush, well, what do I expect, right? Anyway, this is it. Though I have used this the 10 times, I've hardly even knocked out the pattern that's on here, so I do think that this blush would take me a long time to use up, which I guess definitely makes the $5 price tag well worth it. However, with a broken lid, I do think that in the future I will depot this into one of my magnetic palettes, but as you know, I'm planning to depot my Revolution 144 palette into those magnetic palettes, and I don't think I'll have enough space. So for now I'm going to tape up the sides of this and put it back into my makeup drawer. Next we have the Qia Qia Mei pencil in green, and as you can see it does match my look extremely well today, and I do have it on my waterline, though you can't really tell at this point. And this is how much I have left. I've probably used this more than the 10 times, but after I hit the 10 time mark, I stopped counting. I am hoping at some point in the future to roll this back into another project so that I can work it out of my collection in the next 12 months. But in saying that, I actually really enjoy this pencil and this color, so I have enjoyed using it for the last month. Next I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This one is in Fair. Yes, it's in Fair. And I have really enjoyed it. I am wearing this today, and this is another product that I have used more than 10 times, because really if this was just 10 times from brand new, I would definitely not say it's definitely not worth the money. But I have used this more than 10 times. I think I've used this since it came into this project, I've used it every day I've done makeup, so that's at least 30 times. So I would say that I did enjoy this. I'm happy to basically put this back in my collection because I don't want to use it up too quickly, because I could continue just using this. But I think what I'm going to do is put this back into my collection and bring in a different concealer, basically so I can trial out the concealers I have in my collection and kind of have an idea of which ones I want to finish first, which ones I want to finish last, and what I would like to repurchase once all my concealers are gone. And last but not least, for the items that I hit my 10 use mark on, was this Revlon lipstick, I think it's a lipstick, Lip Color Height HD, what is it called? Revlon Ultra HD Gel Lip Color. This one is in 715 Arabica, and I have used this. I really enjoyed this one. It has a very interesting smell. I kind of think it's like fruity. Oh, I just got up my chin. I kind of think it's fruity. It reminds me of something that, oops, oh no, I already got it on my nose. Oh, let's put the lid on before I get this everywhere. I think it kind of reminds me a bit of like passion fruit, but the passion fruit you get when it's in like a pavlova. So it's super sweet, like the pavlova cream, but it's got that passion fruit scent. I think it smells like what that tastes like, if that makes sense. But I really enjoy the smell. I also really enjoy the texture and the feel and the look of it. So I'm very happy that I managed to use this 10 times. As you can see, it's got like a bit of a, not a dip, but it has gone down a bit because it was brand new when I put that into this project. But I'm happy to have got my 10 uses out of another lip product in my collection, because I have a few lip products in my collection, because I have quite a few, and by a few I mean a lot, that I have not touched even once. So I'm very happy to have hit 10 uses on another lip product in my collection. Okay, so let's move on to the remaining 5 products that will be rolling over this month. First up, I have the Secret Cuticle Oil, and I have only used this twice. I understand the concept of a cuticle oil, and I like a cuticle oil, but I find it really gross. So you put, even if you only do a little dot, and even if you only do a dot on every second finger, you just end up with these oily, gross fingers. And the oil doesn't just seep in straight away. It kind of sits there for a bit. It's definitely not my favorite, but I do need to get more use out of this. So currently I'm only sitting on 2 uses. Next we have the CoverGirl Farewell Feathering Lip Liner. This is in Universal, and this is where we are. Not much of a difference, however, I have used this 5 times. I don't tend to normally use lip liners or what's the other things called, lip primers. I have a lip primer in my, I think it's in my Partners in Cream project, but I don't tend to use those. I've noticed that I just basically slap on the lip product and hope for the best. So I've been trying really hard to make sure I use this, but I actually don't really know when is an appropriate time to use a lip liner, when's an appropriate time to use a lip primer, and when is an appropriate time to go without. I know that might sound like such a strange thing to be unsure of, but honestly, I don't really know. I know they say use a lip liner to stop things from feathering. That's why it's called Farewell Feathering. But I'm still not yet at a point where I understand when it's appropriate and when it's not, I guess. Especially because overall, I don't have too much of an issue with feathering. So I guess I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully I'll get my another 5 uses by the end of next month. Then we have the dreaded Organi Honey Peel. And I'm not going to lie, I haven't used this product once. I was rolling it in here because I thought I've got to make sure I get the use out of it, and I haven't touched it since it rolled into this project. I'm not sure. Obviously, I have to get my 10 uses. That's part of this project before it can roll out. But then I'm not sure what I'm going to do because I enjoy the product, but I say I don't seem to find the time. But I guess it's because you have to technically wash your face, then you put this stuff on and rub it off, like peel it off, then you've got to wash your face again. Like, it's a bit of a process that I don't enjoy. So I'm just going to have to really focus on incorporating this into my weekly beauty care routine. Then we have the Anko Nourish Leave On Night Mask. I have used this product twice. Someone recently in a video, and I can't remember who it was, but they mentioned that they pretty much have kind of not outgrown, but they no longer enjoy night masks as much as they used to, and I think I'm probably along the same. I'm super lazy even at taking my makeup off before I go to bed, which I know is a terrible habit to have, but then having to put on a night mask, then when you go to bed, like it's just a lot of. So I do need to focus on using this more often. I don't want to use it as much as I did when I was doing the May Mask Challenge in 2020 with the other one that I have in this brand, this line, because it broke me out really bad. So I am trying to also maybe only use it once or twice a week. I just need to force myself to use it a bit more. So currently I'm sitting on 2 uses. And last but not least is the Miki Polish. This one is also sitting on 1 use. I definitely need to get some more use out of this one. I guess it is such a light color. Let me just open it up for you. It's such a light color, a light blue, that I'm just super unsure about when or if I like it. Light colors sometimes that look a bit odd on my nails, I guess due to my skin tone. But I definitely need to start incorporating this into my nail painting routine, which I don't really have a routine at this point, let's be honest, but I need to develop a routine and incorporate this product so that I can get my 10 uses out of it. Moving on to the 5 roll-in products, and one of them has been basically staring you in the face the whole time I have been talking so far, and that is this Maybelline Powder Matte Lipstick in 706 Smoky Jade. So this is a smoky green teal color. As you can see, it's what I'm wearing right now. I will still give you a bit of a swatch. It is a kind of a grey green is what I would class it as. Definitely smoky. So this is the lipstick I will be working on at this point. My foot's gone to sleep. And I am looking forward to using it my 10 times. I will note that this time here that I wore it today does not count in my 10 uses. I just wanted to try it out before putting it in the project to make sure that I liked it. Then we have another Qia Qia Mei pencil. This one is in pink. I might have used this one once, so let me just roll it up for you. You can see this one is completely full. Let me just... And I'm a little unsure. This is technically a makeup pencil, so it is designed for your eyes, your lips, all over your face, so it can really be used anywhere. Mostly I do use these on my eyes. Let me give you a quick swatch. It is very pink. I think it would be an okay lipstick. Can you see that there? Yeah. However, I wouldn't mind giving it a try on my eyes to basically either use as a base for some of the pink shadows I have in my Pan Those Eyeshadows, or maybe even along my waterline, though I worry that using something like this would make me look like I have pink eye. So I'm gonna try it out a few ways and see how I prefer to use it. But that is one of my goals for this year, is I want to make sure I use all of my Qia Qia Mei pencils at least once. Last year I did manage to move out 3 of them, and I do want to kind of continue that trend and use these products and move them out of my collection. Then I'm rolling in another concealer. This one is my Maybelline Superstay 24-hour concealer. It is kind of like a peachy concealer. Can you it's been sitting, so you might be able to see that kind of peachy color to it. This is in the shade Light. So let me just give you a swatch. I'll just have to mix it up a tiny little bit. There you go, you see that just there. Hopefully, I think that will match my skin tone well. This is part of the Superstay brand or line. So majority of the Superstay, like the foundations, are quite full coverage. So I bought this to kind of work in conjunction with the Superstays, but I don't really wear them very often because I'm actually not a massive fan of foundation and full coverage foundation, in fact. But I want to kind of give this a go and see if it's something that you could use without having full foundation, full coverage foundation all over my face as well, or whether it's one of those things that you're better off to have a base product. Does that make sense? Does that even relate to any form of sense making? Anyway, I want to try it out and see if I can use it as is without having to have additional face makeup such as foundation on. Then I'm also rolling in another blush. This is the NYX Land of Lollies blush in Lollipop Hop. This is it here. I have used this before a few times, but I would like to get some more use out of it. It is a bit of a pinky, but still kind of neutral. It's not too bright blush, so that will be fun to get some use out of. And last but not least, I am rolling in a shade from my Australis AC on Tour palette. As you might remember, previously I have worked on, now let me just, I hate that this palette has got such a large mirror just for this occasion, otherwise I love it. But I have worked on this color before and have hit pan on that highlight. But my plan is I basically want to kind of work along through some of these contour shades, because as you might know, I don't wear contour. I have this contour plus I think another contour palette, and I don't wear contour. I bought them because you must wear the contour. You must contour the face, but I never really got into it even after I purchased it. I don't overly enjoy it, and I tend to use, as you can see here, I tend to use blush in the same way that you would use contour. So I am wanting to try this out, give it a go, see how it goes. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by having to use this one right here. To be honest, I think this is probably the one that would best match my skin tone, but we are going to start with this one, and I'm going to figure out a way to use it by using it the 10 times. In addition to not wearing contour, I also don't wear bronzer, so this is going to be an interesting exercise. It will probably take me a little while. Oh, I might actually give you a swatch. Sorry. So it's this one here I'm using. Actually, I don't mind the color so much, but I'm not, yeah, I just don't really know how to contour. I'm not very good at it. I don't know if I particularly like it, but I will definitely be giving that a go. So for the next while, I'm hoping to use this contour 10 times and figure out whether it's something useful or whether I'm going to be using it as an eyeshadow. So let's wait and see. So that's the 10 items that I will be rolling into the next month. Let's hope that I can continue the momentum and still get a heap of uses and maybe even roll some additional products out next month. So my goals for this month is I would like to at least use this Organi honey, Manuka honey peel at least once. And I would like to basically get all remaining items on the board, if you know what I mean. I would like to have used the 5 new items I'm rolling in at least once as well, so that everything has got at least one use on it going into my second update. Well, that is all we have for today. So I'm Verity. That was the first update in my Project 10 uses, and now to the outro.